Hi, lovely and amazing people. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Mary Morea Career Lab, where we transform your career aspirations into a reality. And if you are new here, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you much for giving us a follow, because I know you will. And for the returning subscribers, it's amazing to have you guys as part of the Mary Morea Career Lab family. And it's amazing, the growth so far. It's inspiring. The challenges so far, they're also good because they're shaping us into becoming better people. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about something very close to my heart and also very interesting, because we're gonna be talking about strategic job search for jobs, internships, attachments, and how to make the applications. So let's get into it. Imagine you apply to like 50 internships or attachments or even jobs, and you get to hear no calls back. Like, you're not called back for an interview, you're not called back to be given feedback, you don't receive any email, it's just silence. Meanwhile, somebody who is searching for a job like you, who is looking for an attachment or an internship like you, just applies into 5 places, and suddenly they get an internship, an attachment, or even a job, and you are there wondering like, how are they doing it? And so the question you get to like ask yourself is, what is it that you are doing different than what I am doing? What are they doing differently? How are they even doing it? So in this video, I will show you how to do it, the mindset shift that changes your job search from an applicant's perspective to a recruiter's perspective. You get to understand the hidden job market that most people don't know about. Like, literally very few people know about the hidden job market and how to navigate it. Where to actually get the jobs, the attachments, and the internships is something else we are going to be looking at it in this video. Also going to be looking at the mistakes you make when applying for these roles, how to apply strategically, and how to avoid the mistakes. How do you keep track? How do you position yourself? And how you get to make your job search, your attachment search, or your internship search the best of it. So if you're a campus student, a graduate, a young professional, or somebody looking to change their careers, then this video is definitely for you. So keep it locked, take a notebook and a pen, and spare time to just listen in and gather as much knowledge as you can from this video, because it can literally change your approach on job search and even how you position yourself in the career space. So let's dive into the first thing. Let's look at the biggest lie about job application. So the biggest lie people ever believe about job search is this, that the more places you apply into, the more jobs you apply for, and the more companies you apply into, you eventually get one job. If that sounds logical to you, then I'm gonna change how you think, because in the reality, more application does not equal more jobs or more opportunities for you. But strategic applications, they make you get more opportunities in the space you desire to be in, and even in the companies you desire to be in. Like, basically what people do out here is the spray and pray problem, where most people use the same CV across jobs, like everywhere. They use the same copy-pasted cover letter when applying for jobs, and they even get to like use the same words, keywords, like they use the same words when applying for a job from one job to the other without even understanding the job descriptions. They also apply to jobs they barely qualify for, and they even apply to jobs they know nothing or less information about, and this is quietly killing your job search for you. Also, another thing people do when spraying and praying for jobs is clicking easy apply like 50 times in a day, and then they get to wonder why like nothing is working out for them. And here's what's happening behind the scenes. Like in every place when you're applying for a job, something goes behind the scene that you as a as an applicant don't get to see. And the first thing is that recruiters spend 6 to 10 seconds scanning your CV. They just don't read the whole CV you write. They scan for words they are looking for, qualities they want in your CVs in 6 to 10 minutes. Secondly, an ATS system has been integrated in most companies today, and it filters out 70 to 80% of applications. That is, even before human sees it, an ATS has already removed you. Thirdly, hiring managers shortlist only candidates who they feel they've tailored their CVs, resumes, and cover letters to the role they're applying into, and who seem to know what it is they're applying into. So if your application is so generic, you become very invisible. So this means that you need to undergo something I like calling a mindset shift. This mindset shift makes you realize that it's not more of the applications you make, but of the strategies that you put in place when looking for jobs. And before people get to go through this mindset shift is that they make a mistake of applying like and somebody looking for a job rather than a problem solver. So for most students, they think that they need the job because they need to like sort out bills or they need money. They also get to think that for me to be able to secure a job or a role, I need to have experience. But that's not actually what the recruiter is looking for. But like the employers think, I need someone who can help solve problems, like somebody who can come up with initiatives, innovative ideas, and is very creative on solving the problems I face as a company or an organization. So the question you need to ask yourself when applying for jobs is not who will hire me or how many applications do I need to make so that I can get hired into a job. You need to ask yourself, where can I create value? Because as I've said earlier, companies are not looking for people just to hire because they need the jobs. They are looking for problem solvers, innovative ideas, and even people to shift how the organization thinks and make them come up with better ways of restructuring the organization, like people who can save the time in the organization, increase the profits, and the increase like money incoming into the organization, and also people who can help the organization or the companies improve the systems that are working for them. So if you start thinking like this, like if you shift your mindset from just applying to jobs to now offering value and solving problems, your applications instantly become more powerful than 90% of most applicants who are applying blindly. Now that we've changed your mindset, let's dive into something I call the hidden job market. Like, this is something very interesting and something most people are never taught about. You won't get taught this in unis. You only get to learn about it in the outside space, like in the outside world. So whereby that 70 to 80% of jobs are not publicly advertised. Like you won't find these jobs on job boards, you won't find them on LinkedIn, you won't find them out here in the public, even on company websites, because they are not advertised. Like these opportunities, you can only access them and they are only filled through 6 channels. 1, referrals. 2, networking. 3, recommendations. 4, 4, direct outreach. 5, LinkedIn visibility. 6, recruiter pipelines. And lastly, internal promotions for those of you already working and you look forward to advancing into future roles, or you are shifting from one career to the next. You can get a promotion. This can only be achieved, by the way, by understanding the hidden job market. So if you are only applying to jobs you see online that have been posted on job boards, maybe LinkedIn or company websites, you are competing with hundreds of thousands, if not thousands, of persons applying to the same role as you. Like, these are people you're competing with on a daily basis. When you make job applications, you're competing with thousands of people. So I'll give you a strategy that I use when applying to jobs, because I've understood the hidden job market. That is applying online. And when applying online, I put 20% of my efforts, and the other 80% of the effort I use were in networking and building visibility. 20% applying online, 80% in the hidden job market. Because if 70-80% of jobs are not advertised, why put in 20% effort to access these opportunities? But if you can access the hidden job market, sometimes you compete with only 5 to 10 people for the same role. So it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal for you to do it. So how do you get to access opportunities in the job market that is hidden? Like the hidden job market, how can you access these opportunities? So number 1 is LinkedIn networking. That is connecting with people in the companies you admire to work in. You get to target them, you identify the persons you want to connect with, will be recruiters, the HRs, the line managers in your space, and then send them a short elevator pitch message introducing who you are, what you're studying, what interests you, what you like about the company, and lastly, the value you can give these persons in their company for them to pick you and show interest in having you as a network in their space. It's using an elevator pitch removes you from begging for a job to building meaningful relationships that lead to connections, and finally a job. You never know, the people you connect with may be the ones to open the door for you. Secondly, how to access this is using university alumni networks. Most alumni from your universities or high schools that you were in before, they become very eager to help you out if you're starting out in your career and you're looking for somebody to coach you, to mentor you in that path. They would really help you out, and they may be the persons you need for the next role. Thirdly is direct outreach. This is showing initiative, personal initiative, and emailing the companies that you want to work for, even if they haven't posted the attachment, the internship, or the job you want. And surprisingly, most companies actually create opportunities for you when they see that you're motivated and you've shown personal initiative to apply for the roles, and you can actually give them value. They will create the opportunity for you. And before you even apply for any jobs, whether in the hidden job market or in the online space that has advertised the jobs, you need to understand something very critical in these spaces. That is the job market itself. How does it work? And first, it's very critical to know that 1, the job market is not fair. 2, it's not like the job market is not purely on merit base. It doesn't go just because you are having the degrees or you met the standards. It doesn't mean that it's necessary that you get the job you want. Thirdly, the job market is a game, is a strategic game, and like any game, there are rules, and I found 3 rules that I'd like you to put in place when you're applying for jobs, the job market or in the hidden job market. And rule number 1 is employers don't hire potential. Yes. They don't hire for potential only. They hire for solutions. Like, they hire solutions in their companies. Like, most companies so far are not just looking for hardworking individuals. They're not looking just for fast learners. They're not just looking for passionate individuals. They're looking for things way, way deeper that even you as an individual never thought of. Like, they're looking for things past what you write in your CVs. And most of the time, we don't get to understand what these companies are looking for before we apply for a job, because they are looking for problem solvers. Like, what problems are you coming to solve for the company you are applying into? So instead of thinking like a person who only needs the job, start thinking like a person who can offer a solution to a problem that is being faced by that company you desire to work into. They are also looking for rule number 2, relevance. Like, companies are looking for relevant persons, and in most cases, relevance beats qualification. Yeah, you can have the perfect degree in the best universities. You can have the best certificates, professional certificates, even advanced ones. But that's not entirely what the recruiters are looking for. They're not even looking for you who has good grades. They are looking for relevance. Can you be so relevant to the company you are aspiring to look for a job in, even before you apply? And being relevant to the company makes you get the job, and it being irrelevant to the company might make you lose the job to a less qualified person than you are, because that person is more relevant. So aim at being relevant to the company, the goals, the qualifications they are looking into, but still make sure you get the right qualifications. So need to balance relevance and qualifications. Rule number 3 is visibility. How visible are you to these potential recruiters? And visibility beats talent most of the time. You can find that the most talented person in the room is not always the one who gets hired. Like, the company gets to hire the most visible and well-positioned person who, like, this person has been visible enough. The company can clearly tell the steps this person has had in their growth in this career more than that person who is talented. So understand these 3 rules and you can crack any job market you want to go into. Let's dive into where to find these internships, jobs, attachments, and how can you navigate these spaces. So most people only get to check one place or one channel when applying for these jobs, attachments, or internships, where else there are so many channels to look into. Like, opportunities are everywhere. Yes, they're not just only on WhatsApp groups, they're not only on LinkedIn, they are in very many spaces that if you're only looking into like somebody who's a job seeker, you might end up missing off when, like, unlike somebody who is doing this as a smart person and as a strategic person. So the first platform you can use to get these roles is LinkedIn. And if you are very serious about your career and advancing into it and getting the right roles for you, LinkedIn is not optional for you. It's one of the most powerful career platforms in the world, where you can be able to connect with industry professionals and leaders in the roles you aspire to be in. You can go into LinkedIn and search for attachments, internships, entry-level jobs, and you can get to identify the companies you want to work with and even the people working in those companies who can help you secure these jobs. Remember, I said 70% of jobs are not advertised. So LinkedIn has that way of navigating both the advertised jobs and the advertise jobs in the hidden job market. Don't just click easy apply when looking for jobs. Follow the company's pages, comment on the posts they have that are relevant to you, that can make them notice you. Connect with professionals in those companies working in there that can be the contact persons you need when applying for the job, because sometimes opportunities come fast through connections and meaningful networks. Second place you can look in is the company websites, and most companies post their jobs on their career pages first. This when you go on Google and research a company, like say you want to work for Microsoft, you go there and search attachment opportunities at Microsoft. They'll bring you the company website for Microsoft. Go to their career page, check them out and see the opportunities currently advertised. They may not be having the attachment position open, but they may be having an internship opportunity that you can grab and use. Remember to check company websites regularly, because you might find they don't have the opening at the moment you checked, but when you check again it may be open and you get an opportunity for you to reapply. This puts you at a higher and much better position than somebody who only checks once and gives up. The third place to check or platform to use to apply for jobs, internships, or attachments are job boards or job platforms. And some powerful platforms or job boards include Brighter Monday, Fuzu, LinkedIn Jobs, My Job Mark, Jobs in Kenya. There are so many platforms out there that list opportunities for you as a student, a graduate, a young professional, or somebody just looking to change their careers. And these job boards post these opportunities on a daily basis. And once you get to see them, set job alerts so that once an opportunity comes up that you was interested in or you were interested in, you can get the alert on your Gmail or your Outlook. Fourth place to check are career events and career fairs, and many students miss out on these events and fairs because they just don't feel the need. But companies are attending these career fairs specifically for you, to recruit young talent, and you missing out makes it hard even for you to get the jobs, because these opportunities create a chance for you to meet recruiters directly, and you can be able to network with them and get the best opportunities there. Fifth place is networking. This is mostly underrated, but many internships are never advertised. Many attachments are not advertised. They are filled through referrals. And networking is one of the ways of filling jobs that are in the hidden job market. That means that somebody inside the company recommends you for the job and you end up getting it. So stop not networking, stop not attending career fairs, stop assuming the company websites, and make sure you get to look into job boards and set alerts. Talk to the alumni, even from the university who've been there before, those who are currently in the unis, they might have opportunities you need. Also, even the people you went to the same high school, because you never know. One conversation can open doors that 100 applications cannot open for you. And one meaningful connection may be the only opportunity you needed to be where you want to be and the person you dreamed of. Lastly, on how you can be able to, on places you can get a job or how you can apply for these jobs, is by cold emailing. This is a strategy almost most people don't use, but it's one way of being audacious when it comes to applying for jobs. Whereby you get to find a company you want to work for, identify the HR, if they have an email listed online or On LinkedIn, you get to email the HR department, introduce who you are in an elevator pitch, and you get to pitch yourself as an ideal candidate for an attachment, internship, or even an entry-level job. And even if you're switching from one role to the next, this can be the best opportunity you need when shifting from one role to another. So don't just sit there and wait till they notice you. You can take the initiative and send cold emails to the dream organization you have. And it's funny because sometimes this company can create internship slots or attachment slots for you just because you asked. And I'm normally told closed mouths don't get fed, so send that cold email today, and you never know, maybe you can get your dream job just by showing initiative. Now that you know where to find these attachments, internships, jobs, attachments, how do you apply to them strategically? How to apply strategically to these jobs? Because sending 100 random applications rarely works. Like, it's just spray and pray, which doesn't work. I'm gonna teach you a 3-layer job search strategy that I use personally, and it has worked in my life. It's done wonders, and I hope it does the same to you. And in layer number 1, that is the target roles. These are the opportunities you would want to work in and that can bring out the best in you. And the mistake most people make when applying to different roles is applying for everything and any job they see that has been posted outside. Like, they apply for an admin job today, a HR role tomorrow, a customer service role the following week, a marketing job, just because they're so desperate to secure a job that they haven't identified the target role they want to be in. And this most of the time confuses the employers. It confuses you as a person. It weakens your profile, and you just need to have clarity on what exactly you're looking for. I'm gonna teach you a technique I use when targeting roles that I want to apply for, and it's called the T-shaped targeting method. I'd like you to take a notebook or a writing pad that you're using to take notes and draw a T, like a very big T, like just a normal capital T that you draw or learned in kindergarten. And the top part of it, I want you to write, like, the top part of the T is the broad category. Like, these are the departments you would want to work in, like the big picture of what you want to work in. Is it marketing or is it HR? Then in the STEM part, that is the specialization part. So I'll give you an example. The top part can be HR as the department you want to work in, and the STEM can be a HR intern, a HR associate, a HR attaché, a HR business partner, a HR learning and development specialist. Or it can be, the top part can be marketing as the second example, and you can put content strategist, a marketing officer, content creator in marketing. If you want to go into technology, you can put up there as technology, and the STEM can have product manager, technical support engineer, Q&A tester. If it's finance, the top part can be finance. The STEM part can be financial analyst, accounts payables, account receivables, finance director. Like, this just helps you identify 3 specific job titles or roles that you need, and not just 20 or 50 that you feel you need to apply into. This is because, number 1, when you target 3 to 4 roles or titles, your brain becomes more clear on what you want. It becomes expectant, and it gets to click that these are the roles you want to work in, and these are the titles you do want to have while working. Secondly, you start noticing patterns. You see that, like, you notice the patterns they use when posting for the jobs. What qualities are they looking for the persons in these titles or roles? You get to identify the kind of responsibilities a person in this role is supposed to do, and it's easier even for you to position yourself for an interview because you have clarity on what it is. And then the last thing is that you get to identify keywords to use. When you target 20 roles or 50 roles, your brain becomes scattered and you become confused. So this helps you. The T-shaped target method helps you be more clear and more intentional on what you want. And most of the time, when your focus is clear, your messaging becomes powerful. Yes, your messaging becomes powerful, your brand becomes more visible, and you as a person is able to know what it is you're going into. The second layer is the target companies, and this helps you not to just chase job posts. Like, you don't chase job opening in different companies. You just get to have a target of companies that you aim to work for. For me, I have 3 ways I target companies, and I make lists of close to 20 to 30 companies in these 3 ways. And this helps me, number 1, to align with the field that I am in, and it can help you even align with the field you're interested in. Secondly, it can help you understand whether these companies hire people at your level. Are they picking attaches? Are they picking interns? Are they picking early career professionals? Do they even pick people shifting their careers, or they're just there? Thirdly, this helps you become more understand if these companies are active and growing, and you can also be able to understand the shifts as an individual, and you change from being just reactive to being more intentional about your company research. So as I've told you earlier, I do 3 things, and before you just research about a company, you need to ask yourself a couple of questions. And question number 1 is, what does this company do? Secondly, what problems are they solving? And thirdly, what skills are they looking for? So in the 3 strategies I told you I use when targeting companies, I'd like you to use an Excel sheet or an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet. Yes, because it's going to help you track. And I'll show you why this is very important to do it in an Excel sheet or a Google sheet in a minute. So let's dive in. So for tier 1, in the Excel sheet that you open, or the first column you open, is the rich companies. So these are the companies that you dream to work in, like they have the dream jobs you want to work in. These companies can be like Google, they can be Nike, they can be Microsoft, Deloitte, PwC, EY, like old mucho, name it. These are companies you've been stalking on the internet for more years, and you've grown an interest you want to work for. You can have like 5 of these companies, and the truth is you probably won't get jobs in these companies fast, but you need to have an understanding of them, because they will force you to aim higher, to position yourself better, and even to become more better than you are. Like, they force you to see what being excellent looks like. And in this tier, you're not just applying, you are networking. You're finding someone who works there and asking questions about, like, you just do meaningful network with these people working in these companies. You can ask for a meeting with these persons. You can you can ask for a meeting to meet this person, and even you can ask to visit them so that you can see what a day like, a life in their day looks like. The second part or tier is the realistic targets. These are companies where you fit 70% of the requirements. Like, these companies are growing, they are hiring people in this stage you are in. They might not be like as glamorous as the rich companies or the dream companies you want to work for, but they'll give you experience. You can have let's say 15 of these, and these may be the main focus companies at this level, because they might pick you now and you might get a job with them even now, and they're good. The third tier is the current companies. These are companies you don't really want as much. Maybe the commute is bad, maybe the industry is not as much as you'd want to, or the sector they're in may not be that much aligned to what you want, but they're hiring for your target role. You can have, let's say, 10 of them or 15 of them. And here's a secret you can do when doing this. You interview with them first. Yes, you go for interviews, you apply for jobs, you get interviews, and you get to practice on the companies as much skills as you can get as you prepare yourself to move to the target companies and the rich companies. Like, they'll help you bomb interviews even when you scale upwards. You get to learn what questions they ask in the role you're applying into, and they help you get out of your nerves. Like, they help you move, understanding who you are. Then when it comes to tier 2, that is the target companies, you become more ready for them, and you can be able even to contribute to the growth of those companies. Okay, most people do the opposite. They bomb their dream interviews. In the dream companies, they get discouraged and they end up giving up. And don't be most people now, because do it from the rich companies to know the most current companies that may not be of interest to you as you prepare to get to your dream company. The third layer is the target people, and this is where most people never actually go. And targeting people, like the target people you're looking for, can be the contact persons, and these are the people who hold opportunities that are not yet unlocked. You need to identify the hiring managers. Is it the HR? Is it the line managers? Is it the CEOs? Who are the persons hiring in these companies? You get to identify the department heads and you connect with them. You can get to see the recruiting companies. Maybe this company you aim to work for does not recruit on their own. They use consultants to hire. So you get to interact and connect meaningfully with the recruiters, because jobs don't hire people. People hire people. Yeah. Jobs don't hire people. People hire people. Now that you've understood how to target the companies, how to position yourself, targeting the role, targeting the people, let's do something called the 80-20 CV customization. Because having this knowledge of the company and all that does not help you get a job. You need to apply. But you don't have to keep customizing your CV for every single job that you find out there, and you don't need to keep sending the same CV for every role that you apply into. So you need to understand the 80-20 rule on CVs customization. That is, let's say 20% of your effort creates and 80% of your 20% of your CV creates the 80% results for you. So for your resume, that means focusing on keywords, and I'll teach you a strategy you can use when putting in place the 20-80% rule. That is step 1. Copy the job description into Word document or Word generator and read it carefully. Just look into it, read it carefully, meaningfully, to understand it. Step number 2, identify the keywords. What top 5 keywords or top keywords are they using? These are the skills they are looking for, or the qualities they mention repeatedly that they would like a person in the role they posted to apply and must have. Understanding this helps you position yourself better and add them to your skill section for more identification and more visibility. Step number 3, make sure you use those exact keywords you identified in your resume or in your CV as exact as they are, not synonyms, the exact words. Because most of the time an ATS system is used, and I told you earlier that an ATS system has been structured in a way of identifying words as exact as they are, and if you don't have them, it filters you out. So use the exact same words. Step number 4 is move the experience that best matches these keywords to the top of your resume. Even if it happened years ago and it's what will make the ATS identify you as somebody who has experience in this role, put it first. Put the relevant stuff first, or the relevant experience first when applying for the job. And lastly, step number 5, save this version of the CV that you've customized with the company name in the file name. Like save it as, like for me, I'd save it as Mary Muraya and the company name I'm applying into. This will help you increase your chances of getting past the ATS system, as I've said, and it will, like, naming the file this way will make you remember you applied for this company and this is the CV you use. So when invited for an interview, you won't get messed up or mixed up on what you are using. And following these 5 steps helps you move past the ATS with close to 300% chance of getting filtered out. Once you send your CV, please make sure to follow up. Send a follow-up message to the contact person you have and or the company, expressing that you did apply for the role, you haven't gotten any feedback yet. Express your enthusiasm to work with them and what you can contribute as a way of solving the problem in this company. And this shows initiative and professionalism, and it might even help you get the job more than just waiting there. Now that you know this, let's look at something I call the application vault. This, like, stop just applying for roles from a memory side. Like, stop keeping every application you make in your memory and stop relying on your email to track it for you. Open a Google Sheet or a spreadsheet right now and just put these columns I'm gonna show you. It will help you track your applications more strategically and even help you become more clear on the applications you make. So in column A, put the company name you've applied into. Column B, the job title, as exactly as they posted it. Column C, the date you applied for the role. Column D, a link to the job description, or either a Word document or a PDF document file that you copied and pasted into your Word document, and you create a link for it. And don't just rely on the link of the job description provided by the companies, because they tend to take them down after the application window lapses and then you can't find it. So having this link of your own can help you weeks later when called in for an interview. You can remember, you won't scramble for it, like you won't mess up the interview and you won't scramble in the interview and you won't look unprepared. So save the job description as a PDF in your document, link it to your spreadsheet, or copy paste the text into like a hidden column under this part, so that once you're called for an interview, you can go back, revisit the job description and have it, and skim through to prepare yourself for the interview. Column E, that is the contact person. You put it as the contact person. This is a person who's the recruiter, who's the hiring manager. You can go on to LinkedIn, find the HR person or the hiring manager in this company or this role you've applied into and put their name there. For column F, put up as the follow-up dates. That is the day you've applied plus 7 days later for you to follow up and check in on the progress so far. Column G, that is the status column. You can label it as status. That is, did you apply? Has the screening been done? Have you been invited for an interview 1, interview 2, depending on the process? Have you gotten an offer? Were you rejected? Were you ghosted? Have you gotten the job? Keep the status. Column H is the notes. What did you learn? Did they ask you weird questions in the interview? Did you mess up anywhere during the whole application process? Writing this down makes you not do the same mistake twice, and it helps you be more you. And using a spreadsheet like this with these columns helps, like, it becomes your command center. When you feel anxious about the jobs and you open it, you see the progress. You become more excited to keep going. When you feel lost, you open it, you see your next steps, and you're more encouraged to apply or wait. And organization as an individual is a competitive advantage because most people are chaotic, but for you, you'll become more systematic. And having such a spreadsheet helps you track your jobs. Like, it puts you on track on what exactly is happening in your life. And it helps you also treat job hunting like a project. I once used my spreadsheet that I used to apply for jobs as a project when applying for another job I was interviewed for, and I used it. It helps you like track the applications you've sent, the responses you've gotten so far, the interviews, if you made it to the interview, and what like interviews, and also follow-ups. How many follow-ups have you done on this role? For you to like have such a track tool, you can use either an Excel sheet, as I've told you before, an Excel spreadsheet, or a Google Docs in the Google Workspace, or you can even use Notion or any other tracking app that you use, or tracking website that you use to track your day-to-day life. And tracking your applications helps you identify the patterns you done before, or the mistakes you've made before. It helps you improve your strategy for job applications, and it helps you increase your success rates when applying for jobs. Now let's look at some of the mistakes that we silently make when applying for jobs or when looking for jobs that are killing our job searches. Like, what are some of these mistakes that we are doing intentionally or unintentionally without knowing, that are silently destroying many of our job searches? And mistake number 1 is applying everywhere, like applying randomly and applying to different roles. Like, you just put yourself out there and apply for anything that you see. Doing this reduces your quality, so you need to have a strategy for applications, and being strategic makes your application work better, and it helps you prevent spraying and praying too. Mistake number 2 is using weak CVs or generic CVs. I told you earlier, your CV has 6 to 10 seconds to impress a recruiter, or even an ATS. So if your CV is weak or generic, it won't be identified by the ATS, and it won't even be appealing to the recruiter. So, and some of the problems people have when using CVs is making it too long, not having achievements, and it not being in a structure. Mistake number 3 is not networking. Many opportunities in the hidden job market, that is 70 to 80% of these opportunities, are not posted. They come through people, not platforms. So you not networking reduces your chances of getting jobs. Mistake number 4 is giving up too early. Like, rejections are part of the process, and they are not meant to make you feel low about yourself or see yourself as unqualified. They are to encourage you to keep pushing. And most of these successful professionals we see and use as prototypes have received dozens of these rejections before they became who they are today. So don't give up on the first rejection you get. No, Mistake number 5 is waiting until graduation to get experience. Experience is something you can build as early as being a student leader in campus or volunteering out here. Like, you can have a lot of relevant experience to the job you're applying into or the attachment you're looking for, even without having graduated or having been in that space before. Mistake number 6 is not tracking your experience, your applications. You not tracking your applications makes you lose opportunities because you get invited for interviews and you panic because you can't remember when you applied for this. Mistake number 7 is applying without understanding the role. And most people don't actually read the job description as deep as it's supposed to be read and understood. They skim through, and that's a mistake. Like, take time to read the job description before you hit the apply button and submit your application. Mistake number 8 is weak positioning. If your application does not clearly answer who you are and why you lose, because these recruiters are looking for somebody who can convince them that they are better than the thousands or the hundreds of persons making these applications. So make sure you brand yourself better online and even using your CV before you hit that submit button when you're applying for a job. And if this video has been helpful to you, please give it a subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget the 3 things we've highlighted, major things we've highlighted in this video. Number 1 is think like a problem solver, not just a job seeker. Number 2, use the hidden job market through networking meaningfully to get jobs in the hidden job market. Number 3, apply strategically, not just randomly. And this will help you position yourself even better as a person who has understanding on what they are applying into. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe and share your picks from this topic in the comment section below, and we'll talk more in the comments what tips you've identified, tips that have been meaningful to you as we grow our community together. And if you're looking for an attachment in the HR space, feel free to DM me or comment below. I'll be able to get to you. And follow us on all our channels on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at the Mary Morea Career Lab. And let's meet in the next video as we talk about personal branding for you as a student and as somebody looking for a job, and what you need to have in place to brand yourself so that you won't miss out on opportunities because of having a poor brand or not positioning yourself. Also, if you have a question, put it in the comments below and I'll be able to respond to it. And thank you so much. Thank you for keeping it at the Mary Morea Career Lab, where we transform your career expectations and dreams into a reality.